So yes, you've read the title correctly. I finally enjoy having long hair. Understandably, that may throw some of you off. Luca, you've had long hair for years now. You've even tried convincing us to grow out our hair. How can you possibly have only just started to like it? In today's video, I'm going to cover all the points as to why I both love and hate having long hair. As always, if you enjoy, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. It lets me know you guys like seeing these types of videos. So I'm going to split this video into two sections. We're first going to discuss why I dislike having long hair, and then later on in the video, we'll explore why I now finally enjoy having long hair. And so point number one, short hair is more versatile. With shorter hair, you can experiment with a ton of different styles. You also have access to a lot more styling products. There's zero commitment from jumping one style to the next, and it's a really good opportunity to kind of immerse yourself in the world of men's hairstyling. When you have long hair, you're essentially limited to either wearing it down or tied up as such. Yes, of course, there are variations in the ways in which you choose to wear it, but for the most part, it's either down or it's up. And again, in comparison to shorter hair, you are limited. Point number two, it's a huge commitment. It's a huge commitment for two reasons. Firstly, if we use my hair length as a reference, I've been growing my hair out for about 2.5 years, and that's pretty much what you should expect to wait if you're looking for this kind of length. That in itself is a huge commitment, because by choosing to grow your hair out, you're essentially choosing not to feel like your most confident self, because you're going to have to endure some very awkward hair lengths. And the second reason it's a huge commitment is because once you eventually reach your desired hair length, it's going to be really difficult to return to shorter hair, because put simply, if you ever consider going back to shorter hair, naturally you're met with the thoughts of, well, what if I do so and I regret it? What if I want to go back to longer hair? Point number three, it's more difficult to maintain than it is with shorter hair. Having longer hair will enhance any of your hair issues. So for example, if you experience dry or frizzy hair, you can get away with it when you have shorter hair, because you can just style it into place and that itself will mask the issue. Whereas with longer hair, you need to tackle the issue at the root cause. You essentially need to prevent it. There is no masking it. You need to ensure you're brushing it often. It takes longer to wash and dry, and the list goes on and on. Point number four, finding the right barber or hairdresser can be a pain. Now you may be thinking this point applies to any hair length, which of course it does. However, when you have longer hair, there is a real sort of risk factor in going to visit a new barber. If you receive a bad haircut whilst having short hair, yes, it will be frustrating, but it's far less significant, because give it 2 or 3 weeks, your hair would have grown out by then and you're ready for another haircut. However, if you have long hair and it ends up in the wrong hands, you could be potentially set back on months of hair growth. Finding the right barber is critically important when you're growing out your hair. So with all the negative points out of the way, I'm now going to move on to what I like about long hair. Point number one, long hair is exclusive. Every single guy you see with long hair, whether that's on TV, on social media, or just out and about, has endured that painful, awkward stage of having to grow it out. And so for that reason, long hair is exclusive. It's only accessible to those that are willing to endure that horrible growth stage. And I'm not trying to make it sound like something it's not, but it's almost a representation of commitment, dedication, and determination. And off the back of that, point number two, long hair is my new identity. I think up until recently, I was stuck living in the past. I was thinking about the time I could hop from hairstyle to hairstyle, experiment with loads of different hair products. But now every person I meet in my day-to-day life are essentially seeing me as someone with long hair, and yeah, I think it's just taken a while to embrace that. It's almost like a new chapter. I'll look back on these years of my life where I had long hair, and it'll kind of be that long hair chapter, if you will. Third, it's very easy to have a consistent style. As we mentioned earlier in this video, you can essentially have your hair down or tied up, both of which won't look very different day to day. So if you are someone who wants to have that consistent hairstyle, it's very easy to achieve when you have longer hair. And assuming that you're keeping your hair in good health, it's very quick and easy to style. If you're someone who prefers to wear it down, well, it's essentially already styled. And if you're someone like myself who prefers tying it up, it literally takes seconds once you get the technique down. And last but not least, it can save you some money. The first and most obvious way is by not needing to get your hair cut as often. I should and could quite easily go for more haircuts. In the last 2 years, I've probably gone for about 4 haircuts, so it's an average of 2 per year. Whereas when I had shorter hair, going 3 weeks without a haircut was probably pushing it. But that brings this video to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, a thumbs up is greatly appreciated. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. It's free to do and you can always change your mind later. Also, be sure to check me out on Instagram at Lucasantangelo for the odd bit of hair inspo or lifestyle clip. But until then, I hope to see you all in next week's video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.